What's up, Wagwan, my people? I Can Gang, we in the building. You already know. It's your girl, I Can, the one and only Imperfect Reese. I am here because I'm about to decipher this. Let's get into Keke Palmer's viral tweet on November 9th. If y'all don't follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Imperfect Reese, go ahead and do that right now. But for this video, I'm about to talk about Keke Palmer's viral tweet today.
Me blood
if you're interested,
clot.
stay tuned. So, let's start with the tweet that started it all, that sparked it all, that kicked it off. Girl, the tweet gone.
Bruh. Psych!
Found it. So she had deleted the original tweet, but I found it because she had it on her Instagram. The original tweet says, "Imagine if your EBT card could only work on healthy items," with the emoji eyes. Mind you, she had started this conversation elaborated this conversation onto Instagram after she made the tweet. So I don't know if people wasn't going back and forth. I don't know, whatever. But at the end of it all, we should have at least allotted her that time to further explain, because Keke's one of those people that does like multiple tweets. Like they send one tweet, then none of them. Okay, so they didn't even give her time to get her full thought out. I mean, it is Twitter, I thought. But anyway, so she says that, right? And on her Instagram, it says, "I'm just here for the comments. Good morning." Added for context, "I have been eating extremely healthy lately, and I have been sad about my debit card balance because of it. Healthy food is more expensive for a reason. It's fresh, good for you, gives you energy. Bad foods are bad for a reason. They last longer, they taste good because of tons of sodium, and they aren't expensive because they're honestly not food. Most likely they are food like a product. In any event, imagine if you could get whatever healthy foods you wanted on your EBT card. Like all healthy foods could swipe for free, pretty much a reward for being healthy, but even more so giving homes a break that want to eat healthy but can't afford it." So when I seen it, I was like, this is kind of like a follow-up on my video that I just uploaded. If you haven't checked that video out, it's called Rides with Reese. That's another segment that I have going on. So get into it. You feel me? You did. But then she had this other tweet that I had retweeted. She said, "You never realize what healthy food is actually worth until you decide to eat extremely healthy and notice that everything is $1 million. I see corporations know the nutritious value off top," right? So I'm minding my business at my internship, and my phone is doop, doop, doop. And I get on Twitter, and I'm like, yes, I got her notification on, mind your business.
Bruh.
Anyway, so I get on there, and I'm like, why is people at Keke's neck right now? Why is they at her neck? So I go, and I'm like, as she said, imagine. Because if y'all think about it, right now, all this stuff, like when you go down the list of stuff, majority of it is not the best value type of things, and it's not the healthiest type of things that they're authorizing EBT users to use, and it's a reason why they're doing that. Let's think about that. Imagine if they're allotted more healthy foods for EBT users to do. Like, imagine. That's the way I took it. So then she also had put out, "Hey, Miss Kamala Harris, I know you just started, but me and my friends were talking about it, and we think EBT cards should swipe free on all items considered healthy. XOXO." And I'm like, I really want to know why we live in a country that claims to be for freedom and for the people and blah, 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 blah. But like the basic necessities, you got to go through hoops and hollers and all these stipulations to get qualified for it, to get it and maintain it and increase it, and all, like, it's crazy to me. And I just, when I read the tweet, I was like seriously, imagine. Because why? If y'all really think about it, which I'm going to get into her tweet, because she sent out the tweet that says, you never realize what healthy food is actually worth until you decide to eat extremely healthy and notice that everything is $1,000,000. I see corporations know the nutritious value of top. Like, her point is being proven, and y'all know exactly what y'all think, but y'all was coming at her neck for what reason? I still don't understand why y'all was coming at her neck so heavy. It's honestly mind-boggling to me. But we can, so then you see people agreeing, like, you know, it's a setup, which is why we grow our own veggies, seeds, $2. They make a killing with that upcharge. Or like somebody saying alkaline food is where it's at once you can get the body to those levels. And then Keke was like, you know, drop a list food for folks reading. Somebody else said, you're right, and to top it off, many of us don't even have the best foods available in our grocery stores. Food insecurities. And they talked about like Europe, you know, their agriculture over there, and Keke was like, you know, oh my gosh, I lived in Europe several times for many months. I was even eating tons of bread then and never gained a pound because Europe's bread is untouchable in taste and not fake. Is okay. And so, but like, it would, yeah, like when I tell y'all these people is going in because they focus on the word only. And if we think about it, why is healthy foods not cheaper? Like, why do y'all realize that not healthy food is lower because it increases your chances of dying? If we all lived in a healthy world, right, we will be living beyond 100 years. It's very rare that you see people living beyond 190 even, and like we like get excited for people when they hit these milestones, because it's our lifespan as the human race is getting shorter and shorter by the day because of things as such as unhealthy food being cheaper. Why do you think, as much as I love Chick-fil-A, right? Does Chick-fil-A have a dollar menu? McDonald's does. Why do you think that is? Why do you think there's a McDonald's every other block in the hood? Like, seriously, I've driven through the hood so many times, and it's literally a McDonald's right here. Then, literally 5 minutes later, there's another McDonald's, or there's a corner store, and there's one grocery store in the whole community. Like, come on now, like, y'all really was sitting here pressing her because of what exactly? If you really sit back and think about the things that other countries in the world, first of all, there's countries in the world that offer basic things to their citizens, like free healthcare, free college tuition, free like they help with housing. They don't make it so hard for us, especially black people. They don't make it so hard for them to get stuff. They allow it to America's supposed to be about equality and freedom, yet the marginalized, the margin just keeps getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And it's just like, I gotta be fighting 50 times hard to get through this box just to get the basics. The basics, my guy. Come on, yo. Like, why would I'm just truly confused as to why people was at her neck. And first of all, it was like 8 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning here in Texas, when I was sitting there like, are y'all serious? Why? So I'm gonna put up countries that provide basic needs to citizens. Right. So let's look at the different countries. Countries that have tried universal basic incomes. Let's see what we got. Norway, Finland. It says Norway is a welfare state, ensuring that all Norwegian citizens residing in the country have access to certain fundamental goods, including access to education, healthcare, and income in the form of social security or benefits. Norway, however, has specific conditions to meet in order to receive these benefits from the government, such as requiring citizens to try and find a job, be law-abiding, participating in elections, and paying taxes. Finland conducted a basic income experiment with 2,000 randomly selected unemployed citizens. The recipients were given $640 monthly and reported every happier and in better health. They also reported that although the amount was only 50 euros more than what they were previously receiving from benefits, there was no reporting other. So as we can see, these countries have something in place, but it's similar to what's here, yet these places are able to give their citizens free things with these rules, just like here. Look at the list of countries that provide free colleges. Because is education not the power? A lot of minorities choose not to go to college because of money. If you don't have money, first of all, I just started applying for a master's program. I applied to UTSA and UT Austin, and you have to pay to apply. The cheapest one was $50. That's 2 times filling up my gas tank. You understand me? Like, and say first, and those 2 fees is non-refundable. You understand me? And then some of you guys know I'm a vet or whatever, but that still come at a cost. First of all, I had to serve time to pay into them paying for my school, which essentially I paid for. I invested into. But not many people are allotted that opportunity. The fact that you have to sacrifice your life to get health insurance, education, and some money is mind-blowing to me. That's mind-blowing to me. And I feel like that's BS. Let's see. Let's talk about healthcare. Let's see. This are countries with universal healthcare. But it's just like, why is this not a thing? Like, why is basic things not allotted to the citizens of America when it's supposed to be this great #1 country? Why does the government or people above that runs the system feels as though allotting the citizens, the people that's actually out here, living and experiencing the hardships, why are we not allotted a minimum of these things? Take, for example, the stimulus check. We saw that, first of all, there's money that could be given to us. Secondly, why is this not a regular thing? Why do y'all think about even taxes? Like, we pay taxes literally all year long. All year long. We pay taxes to eat, gas, whatever we go get at the store. There's taxes on every single thing. Certain foods even have taxes. Not all foods have taxes, but certain foods even have taxes. My feminine products. First of all, that is a whole thing in itself. Like, why, as a female, for those of us that do have periods, it's literally something we have no control over. I started having my period at like 10, 11. And imagine, I'm 26 now, and that's been 16 years of paying for pads every month. I didn't ask for that. I didn't want that. That's literally something us women naturally produce. But I was just really mind blown at the fact, and it was really like a full circle thing for me when I opened my Twitter feed to see Keke talking about this, because I just uploaded this video today on the 9th. It should be going live right now, so if you haven't checked it out, Car Robert Reese, I'm going to set up for another one coming next week. But, let's have these conversations. Let's go out to the polls, vote. Let's go ahead and get vote at local levels. Let's go to the town hall meetings. Let's go and make our voices be heard. It's time for a change. It's time for things to be going in the direction that is fair and equal and just. Nobody's asking for handouts. Let's make that very clear. Nobody's asking for freebies. Nobody's asking for... No, that's not what we're doing here. But I feel as though the basic needs, because I didn't come out moment as Coochie said, I need to be in this world. You know what I'm saying? But the basic needs that is needed to survive, like housing, utilities, food, should be allotted to us. So why am I living in a neighborhood that doesn't have transportation for people that can't drive? Because if you think about it, there's health issues out here that prevent people from driving at times that need to get places, and then certain hospitals don't even offer chauffeur services. For example, seizures. I have non-epileptic seizures, right? And so I haven't had some in a few years. I haven't had some, but when you are epileptic seizures for the grand mal type seizures, the biggest ones, you can't drive. So you have to depend on friends and family to get you here, there, and everywhere. Why is there transportation not everywhere in the U.S. for simple reasons of that? I just think it's time for a change. I'm sorry if I come off aggressive, if I'm rambling or whatever, but I just wanted to get into it. Let's talk about Keke Palmer's viral tweet. I don't find nothing wrong with it. I completely agree with it. If you're on EBT versus going to the chip aisle, get you some fresh fruit. Now, fresh fruit, it needs to also be taken in moderation because fruit has a lot of sugar, natural sugar. And having too much sugar causes. So there's a pro and con to everything. But I feel as though if we looked at like the list, let me see if I can find Texas food stamp. You know, it gives you the generic that you can buy fruit, vegetables, meat, poultry, fish, dairy, bread, cereals, other foods such as snacks, foods, enough. You know, it tells you the generic stuff like that, right? But there's an actual deeper thing that says the type of fruit you're allotted to get, type of vegetables, the type, like it gets even more strict. It's not that you can just walk in and pick up the freshest kale that's sitting there, the freshest lettuce. Like, I just don't understand why that is. And then people want to look down on people for actually doing the requirements to maintain that less bill that they have to invest into groceries. Like, if we look at the requirements to get EBT, it's ridiculous. Me as a vet, right, I get one check a month. If I'm in school, I get another one with it, but it's only that one time for the month. So if right now I'm in school, I get paid one for my disability and one for school. When I'm not in school, I only get that one check. So if they're only giving me, what is it, $10.58 or something, if my mortgage is $10.58, what else is covering? And then now I go down to apply for this, and they're telling me I make too much. How does that work? Because it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? They people look on the outside looking in. You see, the glitz and glamour of being a veteran, being active duty, and things of that nature. But the things that comes with it is at a cost. And so I'm simply saying, just like Keke Palmer is simply saying, there should be things allotted to those that need it, without it being so strict. If I come and say I need help, even if I make too much, you cannot spare sending me $50, sending me $100 for the month. No. I'm too needy. Okay, that makes sense, because it's not like we got somebody that makes $1 trillion in one day and is literally not paying taxes or anything. What do I know? It's crazy. Let's talk about it. Let's get into it. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. You know, we're going to keep talking like this. We're going to get into the tea. We're going to get into the gags. We're going to get into all of it. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have these conversations. Conversations need to be had. The more we educate each other, I feel like the best type of education is through conversation. You know what I'm saying? We can sit right here, and I could pull up Google all the day. You could pull up Google, put a screenshot inside the comments. I'm going to put a screenshot in the video. We can go back and forth. We're not arguing. That's one thing I don't do is argue, because I just don't have the time. I say my point, and then I move on from that. But like, let's talk about it. Get in the comments. Get on my Twitter, Imperfect Reese. Get on my Instagram, Imperfect Reese. Snapchat, Imperfect Reese. Everything is Imperfect Reese at this point because I'm as imperfect as it gets. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not here to sugarcoat nothing. I'm not here to create this image of being perfect. I'm not here to do none of that. I'm simply here to just continue to evolve, grow, and learn. And I hope you're doing the same. I hope you are well. I hope that you are smiling as you're watching this video and actually thinking like maybe, they are onto something. And if you disagree, share. I want to make sure I'm well-rounded in my perspective of thinking. So yeah, that's it for today. That's the first episode of Viral Celebrity Tweets. Let's get into these viral tweets, pictures, and all of that, and talk about it. Let's have the conversations. Let's have the hard conversations. I'm down for it. Bye. See ya next time. See ya next